what's good, everybody? This is your man, YungSqualla, and this is another always episode. Always, always everything with Squalla episode. I do that shit all the time. I fuck that shit up all the time.
Say that shit 5 times fast.
But yeah, this is always everything with Squalla, and today I got a special guest with me. You can introduce yourself, please.
Hey people, my name is Harley. I am from Chicago. I like to consider myself a professional perspective shifter. So if you think your life ain't shit, come see me and I'm gonna show you how much the shit your life is. That is literally what I do for a living, and I love it. And I'm super happy to be here with you, Squalla. Thank you.
Definitely, definitely. So you say you are a professional. Say that again.
Shifter. I get your mind and I grab it and I take it from right here and put it right there and make you realize it ain't that bad, but you wasting your time sitting around thinking it's that bad. Shut the fuck up. Let's do it. I help you out.
True shit. So you wouldn't call yourself a counselor?
No, like, I mean, I guess my professional term is life coach, right? Because, you know, what I got certified for.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I'm not coaching you to do shit. Like, you know what you want to do with your life. And it's really like when people be like, I'm confused. No, you know what you want to do. You feel bad about what you want to do. And I help you find value and trust in that voice and doing what you want to do, because what you want to do is the path that you need to take. And that means you might have to leave some people alone. That means you might have to be kind of off to the side. But at the end of the day, you end up doing what you need to do for yourself. And the people who truly do matter, they don't mind and they fall right into place. And the people who mind, they weren't supposed to be there anyway. They was in your way.
Exactly. I say that shit. I tell you what, I shared the most people out of my life from the year 2020 to now. It's been crazy. Like, I ain't lost so many friends before ever. Like, at the same, like, it's wild.
I feel like it was a shift in that those years that we had to shut down the pandemic situation. Like, there was a shift and people started to understand, like, we spent a lot of time outside of our homes and running away from ourselves.
Right.
And so we stopped trusting our own voice, but we got locked down for a year and a half and we only had our own voice to listen to. So now we realize, like, actually, life ain't that hard. I just don't like this motherfucker. This motherfucker can move along. He cool, but he ain't on the same path as me, so I got to move on. We
Right,
realize
right.
that it's not that we don't have enough time. We wasting a lot of our fucking time being bothered with shit that don't matter. How much time in a day do we waste being sad about the shit that happened yesterday? That's gone. Fuck that.
Too goddamn long. Nigga, I look at I done looked up. I'd be thinking about crazy shit sometimes. I done looked up how long the average person sits at a red light per year.
Damn. What's that? What's
You'll
that
be
time?
surprised how many hours and days niggas spend sitting at the red light.
Pause. Thinking.
That shit is crazy.
And imagine if your brain was completely unraveled. So while you at the red light, instead of thinking about people that have pissed you off and hurt you, you business planning at the red light, and you got your tablet and you da 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 da. Now every minute of your day is optimized, and that's really what I bring to my well, I can't even say patient. I don't know what I call them. My family. I call them my family. I'm not gonna lie. My clients are my family, but that's what I bring to my family. I want them to understand that we can optimize our time in a better way once we heal from the shit that's inside of us. Once we deal with it, we look in the mirror. I'm mad about this. I'm sad about this. I need to pull this up out of me. Go to therapy. I tell people, I am not a therapist. I'm going to help you get through therapy. We're going to talk after your therapy sessions. I'm still going to be a part of your village. So once you unravel all of that, you will realize all of your time is spent on your craft. When I started this journey for myself, at first I was like, I don't have time to create content, edit it, and network within the community. I'm doing all of that today. And I'm doing that because I pulled myself away from shame. I pulled myself away from, reminiscing and ruminating. I pulled myself away from being tethered to the past. And do that mean I forget? No. That just means that I have times for that. Maybe at night when I'm resting, I can sit back and think about my sister. My sister passed away in 2021. So I give myself time to be there. And sometimes my body, grief it jump out of you. I'll be sitting down about to do some work and grief will hit me. I can accept my emotions as they are. And I feel like if I could give that to some more people, we would have a happier world.
Definitely, definitely. So I know you have a new podcast out. So let's talk about that. What's the name of it?
I do. So my podcast is called The Session. I do it a live broadcast every Thursday. My co-host is my life partner. He and we hang out, and basically our idea for it, I ain't gonna lie for you. At first, we didn't really know the direction that we wanted to go. We just knew that we wanted to have a way to kind of engage with people, but not engage with people. Like we just have people that like we want to be around you, but we don't want to be around you. So being live, being live from our own space felt very right about just like gaining up that social network, especially back when we were locked down. And now that we back outside, it's like it's still fun. It's still something that we want to do. But basically, what we were thinking about was just like that. Like I don't know if how you grew up, but like when we were teenagers, everybody went to their grandma's house and like all the cousins would go like to the basement or like in the backyard or like in the garage. And y'all got y'all a couple of dollars together, y'all got y'all a drink. If y'all some smokers, y'all done got something to smoke and the music playing. And it's just like it's a moment. Before we understood as a community what therapy was, the session was our therapy.
Right.
You sat around motherfuckers, you talk about your relationships, you heard of other people's story, y'all bounce shit off of each other. It's somebody playing the game, you got some niggas shooting dice. Like it's a vibe. And I feel like we lost that because we stopped coming around our families and grandmas are dying and things of that nature. So my hope is that our podcast brings back just authentic adult conversation. Just like real shit. We don't try to stay on the relationship tip just because we're in a relationship. We kind of want people to understand like it's a family show. We want to kick it. We want to chill. And it's kind of like in those sessions, you knew who the couple was. They was probably sitting next to each other or he was getting her drink, but you didn't feel weird. I feel like in today's culture, it's a lot of offense in today's culture. And so kids are quick to feel people have become haters. Like people be quick to feel weird about your happiness. Like if you in a relationship and y'all happy, if a person is not happy, these days they have been taught to look at that and be like, well, I can't be around y'all because y'all in a relationship and I'm not in a relationship.
Right.
And what I really want the session to bring back to us is like, we are family. We are family. Yes, these two are married. She's single. Yes, he doing this, but we kicking it. We chilling together. You got your own drink. You got your own smoke. You relax. You just be who you need to be in that moment. And that's really what we want to bring. We go live every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. And we're on the big three, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok every Thursday.
Okay. I be telling people that shit too. I be like, man, the only reason a lot of people depressed out here is because there's a lack of human to human interaction. There is no human to they could be sitting right next to each other and be texting each other. Like this shit is crazy.
Yeah. It's like we need to get back to the point. Like eventually when I get what I have my vision for the session is like right now it's just Gucci and I in our living room. But eventually I want us going to people's spot where they kick it and they smoking it and just like setting up the equipment and just like having a session with people and smoking and just like kicking it. Like he's even been pitching his own show where he goes into different places and neighborhoods here in Chicago and just like hang out with the person who might be growing in that neighborhood or who might just he not growing but he got a raw connect from Cali and he got something hot smoking, you know what I mean, going into those neighborhoods and just getting with the people. I feel like we just need to realize that we are not the enemy, and right now that's how a lot of us feel, and I just don't like that.
Yeah, this shit is crazy. So like it's too much division. Like right now, you have this group, that group, this group, that group. Then you have races. Then you got male versus female. Then you got all types. It's too much
division. Like it's literally like they advocated for chaos, and it's crazy. So it's just like my whole platform in itself, like Heal with Harley as a platform, is just like, you know, India Ari says the worst disease in the world is hate, and the cure for hate is love. And that really is it. Like it's not people need to be making more money. It's not none of that. It's we need to love each other so much that we devalue the dollar.
I wish.
Devalue the dollar because I can give you my gifts, you can give me your gift, and we can continue to benefit off of each other. But we can't do that if we don't love each other. Because if I love you, I trust you. And I trust that I can give you my gift and you can give me your gift back and we're gonna be straight. I don't have to pay. Oh, excuse me, I don't have to pay you. Money comes from a lack of trust. I don't believe you're gonna do what you said you're gonna do. So here go this currency so I can prove it. I want to pull us away from that, man.
I feel that shit. Like, I think we need to get that back, not just for peace of mind, but for like the kids. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I was a kid, I'm 30 years old right now. So when I was a kid, it was like what 2001, 2000, early 2000. Niggas was outside on bikes playing basketball, football. Like we barely had cell phone. Like we had them, but we didn't have them. Like
Everybody didn't have a cell phone. Like it was like if you
yeah,
had a group of siblings, one of y'all had the phone that could call your
yeah.
moms, and then other than that, it was good. Like you knew your friends was home about who bikes was
Yep.
outside, but it's
Who
not even
bikes
a
was up?
vibe no more.
So you could just pop up at a nigga house. You can't even do that no more. They gonna spies on you. Don't be popping up.
And that's what I'm saying. Like this, it was a guy on TikTok. He was like, "It's so crazy that our parents used to have us outside on bikes with no phones and didn't know where we were." But
Yep.
and I commented under the TikTok, and I was like, "But they did know where we were because back then we had a village. See, Miss Mary
Yeah.
up the street knew who we was.
Yep.
Miss Al over there knew who we was.
Everybody mother, everybody
And the
father.
guys on me the whole time, even without me having no cell phone.
Real shit. And then you knew what time to be home or it was gonna be a
Them
problem
street
when you
lights,
got
boy."
home. That's what it was. That shit was crazy. Yeah, it's different, man. Niggas.
That was just a different level of joy. You know what I mean? Like we were really happy. Like we were happy. We didn't have a lot. You gotta think about it. It's these last like 10 years of our life is when it's become the worst to be broke. When I was a kid, I didn't even fucking knew we was broke because my mama made that shit so lit. Because as a community, we were happy. Block parties.
There's no more
I
block
think
parties.
you from the East Coast, so I know y'all had block parties.
There ain't no
Like,
more block parties. No, well, they try to do it, but you know how that go. At least
can't do
10,
that.
5 to 10 gonna get shot.
You know what I mean? And
At
that's what I'm
least
saying.
you can't do. It's like they try to do certain shit and can't. Like recently, Pharrell had the goddamn water festival, something in the water shit here, and I don't know. The next day, a lot of people got killed. He not coming. He said he ain't doing it here no more. The Caribbean festival was here. They was fighting. Got tore that shit up.
That's what I'm saying. Like we gotta get to the point where we don't get this like chip on our shoulder or this monkey in our chest. Like I don't understand it. Like people really be angry. Like people are angry.
Oh, you see that shit, and they when as soon as you get on the road, man, the road rage is people's
The
outlet.
horns, and now my thing is I just be looking at them like neither one of y'all finna get out the car because clearly both of y'all are in a rush to go to wherever the fuck you're going.
Right.
So why are you arguing? I'm not gonna even look at you. I don't care that much. I don't care that much. And I really would want our younger generation to care less. Like
That's what I'm
if
saying.
they cared less, they could let go more and they could live more. These kids are ruminating off of the first heartbreak. Baby, if my first heartbreak stunted me and I'm 30, I'll be 32 this upcoming July. If my first heartbreak stunted me, honey, I wouldn't even be sitting in this camera in front of you. Let me see. And these kids be getting stumped by the first heartbreak, and it's because we don't allow them to fall. We don't allow them to fail. And it's not okay. And my thing is this, I don't think that the way that it was okay. And I don't think the way that it is okay. I feel that there is a comfortable medium and we need to work together to find it.
Yeah, the village aspect is that hella needs to come back, but it ain't gonna come back because one, you can't really be you. We can't be in people business no more. You can't talk about somebody kid doing nothing.
Yeah. Can't do that. But the thing is that we would be able to do that if we heal some of this stuff. Like I feel like really conversations need to be had.
Yeah.
Like a lot of us walking around here, we don't want nobody to say nothing to our kid because somebody has said something out of context to our kid. We need to get to the point where we are telling that person, hey, can we talk about this? Because you said this to my kid or you said this about my kid, and I'm going to tell you how this makes me feel. Like we need to have open communication, and we don't have that anymore. Like it really is lacking. Like even though I love technology because I feel like technology allows us to do a lot of things that we could have never done, I also am very angry at the way technology has made us unwilling to communicate with one another. We got to have conversations. I can be sitting right next to you, mad at you because of the way you just handled me. And I will tell Twitter before I turn to my left and say, hey, I understand you probably didn't mean to say it like that, but you just hurt my feelings. And let you validate or invalidate whatever already done popped in my mind. That be my issue with people who don't speak their mind. You've already taken yourself through the worst case scenario in your head. Why would you not talk to them and get confirmation?
Right.
And that's what I give to people who hang out here with Harley.
I'll say that's what, because people
Unravel that for you.
Yeah, people don't trust people. People don't trust people to be themselves.
People don't trust themselves. People trust people to be themselves because they know who they are. That's why we get these conversations where people be like, I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. Yes, you do. But you don't trust yourself in making that decision because maybe you have been, dealt with in a certain way, or because you have experienced a different situation that was not as good. So now you like, I don't know. Should I trust myself? Like, people don't understand that like shit happens. And so like you will pick a bad egg and be like, and then your next one you pick, you like, I don't know. Now you nervous. Now you second guessing yourself. Don't second guess yourself. You can feel it. I tell people all the time, you not crazy. If your brain, your heart, your mind telling you something about somebody, like if you around somebody and you like, I just don't like that motherfucker. Please don't think you paranoid, G. Because you be around thousands of people every day. You get around that one motherfucker you feel away, bro. Listen to that. Listen to your intuition, G. Because that shit ain't there for nothing. You walk through hundreds of people. You paranoid if this one person gets you going, if they get you going, get away from them. Whether it's romantic, whatever.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that shit happens? You get around somebody and you get that off.
Because they off. They not aligned to you. And they ain't got to be a bad person. You know what I mean? They ain't got to be a bad person. Shit, you might be the villain in their story. I don't know. But when energies don't align, you feel it. And when you around the motherfucker, whether you the villain or the victor in the story, when you around the motherfucker and y'all don't match, the energy feel funky as fuck around y'all.
Yeah.
So I can't be around nobody like that. Like I used to have friends that I used to have to like give myself a pep talk before I came around, and it was like, oh, okay, let's get ready and be around this bitch. You know she gonna be talking about that nigga. Okay. Let's get ready. And then I'm around her annoyed the whole time. And then I leave her and call my man and gossip the whole time about her. I got them people out of my life now. Fuck that. If I'm around you, I want to be happy that I'm around you. I want to be excited to be around you. And I want to walk away from the conversation with you refreshed. Right. I don't want to walk away from the conversation with you drained. And now I got to go dump on somebody else. More than likely my significant other. So now he drained, I'm drained, and guess what? My house not making no money. So I got to stop that. I got to stop being around people who drain me, because people who drain me keep me broke.
See, here's the thing. Our community specifically, well, all communities, but our community specifically, they love trauma. That's it.
Not even that we love trauma. We have been conditioned to trauma.
Look, you got the Bad Girls Club. You got all these shows on Zeus and all that
shit. The producer of all of those shows.
Hold on, check it out. Then you got the Maury Show. Like I said, everybody.
Shows, YungSqualla. Do we produce those shows? We don't produce those shows.
Well, on the Zeus,
you know who produced those shows.
On the Zeus Network, we probably produce a lot of those shows.
We don't produce them shows on Zeus Network. And if we do, who owns Zeus Network? How we get guns in the hood, Squalla? How we get crack in the hood, Squalla, in the 80s? But I ain't got no plane, Squalla. Do anybody in your family got a plane?
Check it out. Check this out. That's all.
That ain't on us. Now it's on us to fix it. It ain't on us.
It's on us because we entertain it. If I bring
we entertain it,
but check it out.
It's on us to fix it, but it's not on us that it happened.
I mean, you can't all the way say that, because check this out. Check this scenario. I'm gonna use the crack scenario, right? People broke crack in the community, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say this. If I bring you a bag of dog shit and tell you it's a gourmet meal,
if that dog If that dog shit the only way me and my family not gonna be out here broke, yes, you gotta remember crack wasn't given to niggas that was making money and had emotion squalor. Crack was given to niggas who mamas couldn't eat. Crack was given to niggas who had babies and they didn't know how they was gonna take care of them babies. So yes, that dog shit was gonna get me paid. I'm gonna shovel that dog shit because at the end of the day, in this country, if you don't have money, a man who does not work does not eat, and you know that. Now you know that, brother.
But it's still
you know that they gave that to us because they knew that we was back in the corner. A black man barely couldn't get no job out here. We getting low to minimum wage. We just being able to walk in the front of the building. Here go this crack rock. You sell it, but you got to sell it to your own people, and you're gonna become rich. So yes, you rich, but you watching your people deteriorate in front of your face. Exactly. So yeah, don't get me wrong. We have a hand in it, but we have a hand in it that was practically forced. It's like taking your child hand and putting it on a basketball and hitting the three. But I'm not saying that we completely free of fault, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, we got to say the facts are the facts. I don't got no plane. Don't nobody in my lineage got no plane. I'm gonna have one though. Speak to that manifestation.
But check this out. Check this out. That's the first group of people. The second group of people saw what happened. It's an individual choice at this point.
That's why this generation is freeing themselves. That's why we got so much liberation right now. That's why we got these kids that's on TikTok right now. They're radical as hell. They are educating the people because we have to go through phases. That's why I don't blame my brothers and sisters in the 80s for the decisions that they made or the people in the 90s, because everything that happened led us up to where we at right now. And we waking up. We waking up and we getting together. And that's all I care about. I can't point no fingers and deal with all of that extra shit. If we're at this point today, I'm happy about that. And we're getting there.
But see, the thing, you know what I see today? But I don't see that we getting there today. I see we getting further away from the goal. And I say that because there's too much violence among the youth.
And I say
too much violence among the youth. And I blame that on my parents' generation. Honestly.
I feel like that's a conversation of perspective. So I'm acknowledge and affirm your perspective because that's probably what you see. I don't see that. And so I live in one of probably the most dangerous places ever. I live in Chicago. Right. But really what I'm seeing is an abundance of jobs, is an abundance of like brand building. Like these young men, the young man out of Chicago, Skin Bone and the big homie Banks and his wife, how they came up just off their lifestyle. People from Chicago wouldn't be able to do that if it were not for the internet. So what I'm seeing from my perspective is like, we hustlers. Chicago, we gonna make it out of nothing. And right now, that is what we're doing. And I'm grateful for the youth. Like the youth, they're really speaking up. They telling people what they not gonna do, what they are gonna do. They wearing their hair the way they want to wear their hair. They're doing what they want to do. They're identifying how they want to identify. And I love that. I love the way the youth are right now. So it's like, don't get me wrong. Do I think it's all rose-colored glasses? Hell no. Do I think we still got a long way to go? Hell yeah. But I cannot not enjoy the strides that we've made. You know, you and I could walk down the Las Vegas Strip smoking weed and not get arrested. A drug that has targeted our people for decades. Yeah. So we've come and that decision has something to do with us. So we've come so far. I can't pretend not to have this victory. I gotta have this victory so we can get as far as we need to go. I can't sit back and be like, well, that ain't shit because we still got so much going on. Yes, it's a lot of drama. Yes, it's a lot of bullshit, but we gonna celebrate first. Because even when you broke, you have a birthday party, don't you, Squalla? Even when you ain't got a dime in your motherfucking pocket, Black people, we gonna celebrate that birthday.
I don't agree with that shit either.
I feel like when we get a win, we got to celebrate that shit the way we celebrate our birthday. We gonna celebrate that shit no matter what.
I do agree we have a lot of wins, but I'm in PG County, Maryland, right? That's considered the DMV, not quite DC, about 15 minutes out, right? Okay. But same culture, same shit. People, we saying our cousins right over there. You can walk to DC from, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But here, you got a lot of the murder rate here amongst like teenagers, like 15, 16, it's crazy. Like,
ain't no programs.
It's
crazy. People like us, I don't know about y'all, but when I was younger, I had like after school matters. We had parties.
They got programs here, but I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what's going on, but like it's crazy.
And on some little, voodoo lady shit, it's the vibrations in the music. If everything that I listen to, kill nigga, fuck nigga, I kill a nigga, I hurt a nigga, if that's the only thing I listen to, what else do I want to do other than kill a nigga, hurt a nigga? When we listen to music and we internalize music, music will flow in your head. You ever heard a song all day in your head, no headphones on, but you can hear that song as if your headphones was on?
Yeah.
That's emotional programming. I tell people, you listen to music for your vibration. Don't get me wrong. I love drill music. I love Lil Durk. But I also got to balance my Lil Durk with some Toby and Greenway. You know what I mean? I gotta hear I'm great. I gotta hear I'm dope. I gotta hear I'm worthy. So I don't be hearing drill niggas, kill niggas, every gun I got. You know what I mean? I can't do that all day and then think I'm gonna have a good life. I can't hear that and watch Zeus and fucking play Call of Duty and only be around violence and then think I'm gonna have peace. And that's why I don't argue with people that tell me like the world ain't what you see, Harley. Okay. If that's how you experience life, God bless you. Because where I am in my life, that don't even exist here. I'm so happy, I'm so peaceful. Because I want to be.
Right.
And that's like the cornerstone of my platform. It's identifying what you want to be true with your life. Like there are people who are on my current roster who it is true that they want to feed into negativity. They enjoy the vibrations from that negativity. And so our conversations are just based upon them building on that negativity. I don't offer them any positive perspectives. Whereas I got people who live in negativity and want to be more positive. I'm giving them the uplifting quotes. You know what I mean? So the cornerstone of my whole platform is I don't want you to change who you are. I want you to get to a point where you understand the highs and the lows of who you are and apply it to your life accordingly.
So do you not think everybody wants to be positive in their own way?
No, I believe that there are people who are inherently negative and they want to thrive off negativity and they have every right to. They just should be around negative people. I believe in social isolation. I believe that if you are an inherently negative person, you should exist in a community of inherently negative people. And then all of you guys can feed off of one another until you're deaf and you'll die happy because negativity makes you happy. Whereas there are people who want positivity, who want affirmation, who want intentionality. They should be in a community together so they can feed off of themselves and live as long as they would like to and die happy. I don't believe anybody should feel the need to change. I just don't believe that people should impart who they are on other people. I'm a positive person, but I don't think I should have to make you be positive just because I am. I wake up every day and see the sun is shining. If you wake up every day and see rain, without your rain, my sunshine means nothing. So I affirm your rain. You want to be rainy, be rainy. That's cool. Shit. Some days I want to be rainy with my sunny ass. And if I don't affirm people who are naturally rainy, when I'm rainy to be sunny, people make me feel guilty. You all right? Yeah, I'm just not happy. I'm not upbeat happy today. I'm happy. Right. I'm just not there today. And people be like, you good? I want us to live in a world where a person is free to go to any extreme without any of us moving. You ain't got to move. That's not your business. Let them rock. If you love them, meet them where they at. And if you can't meet them where they at, check out until you can. That's it. All of this aggressiveness around, I gotta block you. I don't want you to have access to me no more. Like, that's weird as fuck. We change every year. We're different all the time. Maybe this year I don't fuck with you, and that's okay. But next year, if we fuck with each other, you should have access to me.
They're gonna unblock you.
I don't got time for that. Respect yourself.
You're gonna get a random friend request.
If you block me, stay gone. If you block me, stay gone. Respect yourself.
I done got blocked and they know I was blocked until I got the random friend request. Like, damn, I was already your friend on this bar.
If I get a random friend request from somebody I'm already friends with, I'm not accepting it. Second entry, you gotta pay. The first hit was free, my boy. The second one, you gotta pay me now, because now that means you need me. Because you separated from me, and whatever was going on in your life was not adequate to what I was giving you, and now you want some more of the sauce, you gotta pay me now. You gotta pay me. I'm not accepting a friend request. I will message him. You friend request me, I will message a motherfucker my cash tag. You need
Oh
to pay
man.
me. You need to pay the membership fee now because now you're a fan.
Yeah, true shit. True shit. So as far as your podcast goes, how are you gonna like are you gonna have guests on, or are you just gonna have like your daily outline, or how you gonna do it?
So what we do, so right now I'm in the making of kind of doing a little bit of shifting. So that's cool that I get to, first here. See, you get the exclusives. Look right fresh out of my brain. But no, we do a weekly podcast, but basically we want to have guests. Sometimes they be a little shaky. So I feel like what we would do, I would want to do one guest a month. So maybe like the second week of the month, the third week of the month. And then that kind of give us time to like vet the guests, see where they head at, see what they flow like, all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
And then I also want to start to add a music element to the show. We are both really big about just like music ability, knowing things in that nature. So I do want to start to take the real life issues that we talk about and kind of like tying it into the music business because we talk a lot about it. And it's something that really does matter to both of us. And that's really what I want the show to be. It's just like a place to chill with my best friend. Because honestly, because our community is so divided, I've always been taught that I would have to like compromise in love, romantic love. I was always taught that like I would have to shrink myself because I'm such a loud in your face type of woman. You know what I mean? I'm walking fire. And so I've always been told that I was gonna have to like dull my fire to have a man. And I just never understood it. I never was okay with it. So I would just keep flaming up on people. You know what I mean? So either me drink from my fire or they would be burned by it and I can just walk all over them. So when I met my current life partner and I like flamed up at him the way I flame up at everybody else, and he just like laughed at my fire, it was just like, boy. But he is a person, he sees me. Like I don't think I've ever been truly seen by another person. And my mother made me. My mother had 7 surgeries to bring me into this world. And she doesn't know me the way Gucci does. Like he sees through my soul in a way that I've never known another person to be able to do. And I told one of my friends, like, I'm very manipulative and I'm a great actress. So I make the world believe I am who I said I am. And he looked into the face of like my mask and like laughed and then called out to like who I was at my core and was just like, no, I want you to be free. Like when I first met him, I didn't feel comfortable in myself. You know what I mean? Like, and this is not a diss to any woman that wears weaves because I will probably end up wearing a wig another day in my life to do content. So please don't think this is what it is. But there was a time where I did not like looking at myself without somebody else's hair in my head. And to have a man in my life that loved me so purely. This man believed in the vision. Before I believed in the vision, he has a Medusa on his arm. The Medusa's face is my face. And he told me, like, you going to get your locks and you going to love yourself so much you ain't going to need your wigs. And I was like, boy, I'm going to get locks because I always wanted locks. But I'm like, I'm going to wear my wigs.
Right.
So I've had my locks since August of last year. I haven't worn a wig. I haven't thought about it. And I feel free. It's a different expression to have the top of my head, our information center completely free. You know what I mean? When I go outside, I get the sun in my actual hair. I didn't realize how often that I was braiding my hair down and hiding it to protect it from the sun when the sun is our natural, resource. That's the natural resource to replenish us. Water and sunlight, just like a plant, we straight. That's the reason why if you want to, you don't have to eat meat. You can go on a vegan diet because all we really need is hydration and sunlight. So when I wasn't wearing all of this stuff on my head and hiding behind who I was, I could truly begin to grow. So it was the love that he had for me that allowed me to start to grow to who I am. I was a teacher. I was a middle school special education teacher.
Okay.
Teaching other people's kids. I taught for 6 years. And then in my 5th year of teaching, I miscarried one of our children. And then he was just like, you got to quit. He was like, you got to quit because I can't be okay with you teaching other people's kids while you aren't able to be in a good sound place to give us children. You know what I mean? And then we later found out that that's just not an option that's not necessarily an option for me, which is fine with us because he has 2 children. I never wanted children ever in my life anyways. And we figured with everything that we got coming up the pipeline, we're going to be making some crazy money. We want to travel. You know what I mean? We're young. We're in our 30s. We're ready to have a good time. I feel like we spent a lot of our lives working. We trying to get out here and have a good time. But like, he gave me the opportunity to walk away from teaching, something I never thought that I could become untethered from, because it's like, that's good money. And you really can't tell your family, I'm finna stop my whole career to figure out what I want to do. I don't even know what I want to do, but I'm about to stop this set income to figure it out. You know what I mean? So him giving me the space to be like, babe, I want you to step away. I'm gonna give you. He didn't even give me no time. He was like, I don't want you to work no way. He took on extra jobs, whatever he needed to do to, feed into the household. But I'm not the type of woman that can sit still. So while I was off work, I started answering phone calls for this like advice venting app called Happy. And as I'm kind of sharing my gift with the people on the app, because at first the app, they kind of made it seem like just listen, don't offer none of your opinion, don't talk on the app. But people be lost. And so they asking me questions and I'm like, I know the answer. You know what I mean? Even though I don't claim to know everything, but I feel like I do have the gift of just, the creator speaking directly to me. So I'm hearing what they need to do. I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna just start speaking it to them. A couple of people on the app asked me like, are you a therapist? And I'm like, no, but in my head, I'm thinking, but I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. And this energizes me, like talking to people about their issues and unraveling what's going on with their life and helping them. Like if they into it with their mama, helping them see it from their mother's perspective to balance the scales, that energizes me. So I was like, fuck it. Yeah. So I got into the courses to do the life coaching. I did it was like a listeners academy where you become a certified listener that's globally recognized. And then I'll be a life coach by the end of this year. So it's like everything just kind of fell into place. And then that's why I feel like the internet for me has a love-hate relationship, because it was the internet that's going to allow me to utilize my platform. Just like right now, you utilizing your platform to talk to people. I feel like the internet allows us to be able to utilize these platforms to give our special gifts. There are so many people out here that we would have never seen if it were not for the fact that they could put their own camera on themselves and we get them around the world by word of mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Podcasting world is a great way to connect with people.
That is true.
It's definitely one of it's the easiest ways in my opinion, because when I first started doing my podcast, I was not doing it on video at all. Like when I very first started, it was like 3 episodes. I said what I had to say and that was it. Like I ain't come back to it until last year, like late last year.
Okay.
Like October type shit. So it was just episodes just sitting there. But them 3 episodes was getting plays. Like
yeah, and that really what make you come back. Like,
yeah.
so I had for a while before I started the session, I had a solo pod called Heal with Harley. It's on Anchor. I'll give you the link for it.
Right.
And it had 2 or 3 episodes, same thing. And I left it alone. I think I had some issues happen and I just got thrown off. And then I'm on my app, the Anchor app, and I'm like, people really listening to these 2 episodes. So I'm like, let me get out my ass and start doing it. So I told myself that podcast itself, I'm not going to do a lot of marketing and promotion for that. That's going to serve like an audio journal. And I want that to be kind of like a internet treasure. And if you really looking for some content of that nature, you're going to find that. And that's going to be my life story and the way that I wanted to tell it over that podcast. So I don't want to do a lot of promoting for that, because I don't want people to listen to that because they fuck with me. I want people to need what's on there, because I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to talk about my dissociative identity disorder, which is a long way to say I have multiple personalities. I'm going to talk about my experience with death. A lot of people in my family have taken their last breath in the same room as me. So just like the journey that I've traveled has created a different path for me. It's a different mindset that I live on than people my age, and sometimes even 10 to 20 years my senior. Like I have conversations with 40-year-olds and I'll be looking at them like, you a kid. Because this soul is very old, even though I'm really grateful for the creator to put me in this young, beautiful body. But this soul that I carry is very old and it's seen a lot. And so here where Harley is gonna just vent that and like prune all my bushes and can kind of get that off my head so that doesn't haunt my dreams anymore. And my dreams can really be filled with my manifestations.
Real shit, real shit. I really like that energy coming from you. Like, yeah, people need that. Real shit.
Thank you.
I need that part.
Yeah, I feel like the only way that I can show people that it's important to love themselves is to aggressively love myself. And I feel like a lot of us, we have been taught to love the best parts of ourselves, the parts that are the most palatable and acceptable. My entire platform is loving the things about yourself that are very uncomfortable. One of my favorite sayings is whole life, no life.
What you mean by things about yourself? Like things people don't like about themselves?
Well, just things that are uncomfortable. For instance, I was about to say one of my favorite sayings is whole life or no life. And a lot of people laugh when they hear that because most people are very uncomfortable with calling somebody a hoe or being called a hoe, right? Because if you a hoe, you're a bad person. You're not made to be a wife. You this, you that, you know what I mean? And I respectfully disagree. I feel like every woman, every person should feel free. Along with being a life coach, I am a pole dance instructor as well. And so I teach women to tap into a sensual place that does not say, I want to have sex with everybody or I'm going to have sex with anybody. I want women to tap into a place that says, if I want to have sex with everybody, I will. And you don't get to tell me that there's anything wrong with that because this isn't your life. And that is my energy. That is my feel. Like, I want people to understand that, like, if you've done something bad that you consider bad in the past, but you had fun doing it, you deserve to tell that story. I did this. In the moment, it was fun, but I realized these 3 lessons is why I will never do it again. That help young kids really see themselves and say, she fucked up too. Right. He did wrong too. He fell from glory too. And so when they fuck up, they feel comfortable coming to us. Right now, these kids hitting on each other, beating on each other, like you said, Squalla, because they don't feel comfortable coming to the people in front of them. Because the people in front of them only showed them the good parts of them. So you don't show your kids the broken parts. We don't show our kids the broken parts of us no more. And the Heal with Harley brand is showing people your brokenness, but sealing your brokenness with gold. There's an ancient Chinese tradition where if China is broken, they hot lava it with the gold sealed in the middle. So you still use the cup, but you still appreciate, see, and affirm the crack. That's the life I want to live. I want people to see my spots and my cracks and where I broke at. I want you to see that I'm not perfect. Because when you fuck up, because you gon' fuck up. When you fall from glory, because you gon' fall from glory. When you do wrong, because you gon' do wrong, you feel comfortable coming to Auntie Harley. Because you know she fucked up too. When you fucked up, how you get through it? Now I can talk to you, but I can't talk to you if you think I'm perfect. If you think I ain't never fuck up. Because when you fuck up, you gonna feel like, damn, she figured a way not to fuck up, and I just fucked up. I can't come and tell her this. Now you had it from me. Yep. Then you lie, and that lie got to catch up with you. Now you got to tell 4, 5 more lies to get on top of that lie. And before you know it, one of them lies that killed somebody when you could have felt comfortable to come to somebody in the first place. We don't have that no more. And I want to give that to my community so bad. If I die doing that, I will die a peaceful death. Honestly, I could die today and die a peaceful death because my life has been so fulfilled. I found love, like true, genuine love. I feel happy when I wake up in the morning. So I could die today. Everything that God do for me from the day that that man looked at me and saw me and accepted me. And I started to accept myself and realized that I wasn't accepting myself and started to live in my full freedom and my full truth. When I became enough for me, not even him, don't get me wrong, I love my baby, but when I became enough for me and I could look in the mirror and be like, I'm proud of you, even though you fuck up, I'm proud of you, even though you fall short. Everything that I get after this is extra. Me sitting here with you is an honor, brother, and it's extra. Me being able to be on that panel with you the other day was an honor, but it's extra. All I ever wanted was to be enough for myself, and I am now. So if I could give that to as many people as I can, I want to.
That's what's up. So, what's one thing that you would never change about yourself?
The way I love. People tell me I'm too nice. My husband tells me I'm too nice all the time. He's like, you too nice, baby. But ain't no such thing. Like, people be really hurt. And so the fact that I can see a person and they a fucking lava monster, you know what I mean? Mad as fuck. And I'm just like little ass Moana, like, come here, give me a hug. I love that. And I won't change that for nothing. It burned me sometimes.
No.
It hurt me sometimes because people are manipulative and people are judgy. So having a big heart fuck me up sometimes, but it don't fuck me up more than it bless me. And so I would never change that.
That's what's up. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, I would teleport because I hate driving and I don't want to be having to be on a plane. So if I had like a force field teleport, so like me and the people that I'm finna travel with, and on vacation, that'd be lit.
See, I always say I would want to have either super speed or invisibility.
I like invisibility. If I could do two, I would be the invisible woman who can teleport. And I feel like invisibility and teleportation go hand in hand.
Right? It do.
Right. So I feel like if I could get both of those, that'd be great. I'm nervous about super speed because I feel like I'm gonna run through. I'm clumsy. I'm gonna be knocking people building those. I'm gonna run into some shit. Like, we was watching, what was that, The Boys, babe? And then this dude ran through a lady. And her husband holding hands, and he holding the hands. That'll be me running to a motherfucker. Nah, I can't be super speed. I can't do that.
Oh, that's funny as shit. I'm sure saying that shit.
Yes, nah, I couldn't do that. But teleportation, invisibility, that's all I need.
So I meant to ask you this earlier, but I'm gonna ask now. What are some social issues, or what is the social issue that affects you personally the most?
Slut shaming and like the I just feel like the way women have to be inside of a construct is probably, of course, Black woman at that. So like that is the biggest thing. Like, if I'm a Black woman, I can't be too passionate or I'm a bitch. I can't be too soft, or you know what I mean, I'm not strong enough. I can't take my clothes off to get money because then I'm not worthy to be a wife. But then if I'm a wife, I gotta also be a little bit more freaky because while I'm not outside in the house, and then if I got my skirt on too long, I'm a nun and I don't want none and I'm trying to be a tease. But if my skirt too short, then I'm not wife material and won't no nigga ever want me. Like, it's never enough when you are a woman, especially a Black woman. And I had to understand, like, it's not gonna be enough. Fuck them. Be enough for yourself. Be enough for yourself, because if you are not enough for yourself, you are gonna lose your fucking man. So I just wake up in the morning and I check in with myself. Do I like what I'm doing right now? Do I want to change it? And as I grow and get different and I change things, I admit that I change things. You know what I mean? I'm like, yesterday I thought this. Today I think the opposite. You know what I mean? I'm owning my shit, so nobody can shame me. Nobody can hold nothing over my head. And I feel like that makes me a very dangerous person, because now you got to negotiate with me if you really want to be on my network. Once upon a time, if you wanted to be in a Black woman's network, all you had to do was have an opportunity for her, because a Black woman felt like she needed to be accepted. But a lot of us are breaking ourselves away from that. I don't need to be accepted by you. And we're building our own entities and we're building our own businesses and we're becoming sovereign. And when we become sovereign, people cannot do anything but negotiate with us, because now you have to do business with me. Now you have to look at me in the face, and I don't have to be a man. I don't need to operate in my masculine energy. I am a strong feminine energy. I operated my soft, full feminine, and that was before I met my husband. But I am also very strong. So, queens, let me say this: if y'all don't get nothing else from this episode, stop saying that operating out of your feminine strength is being in your masculine era. You're not in your masculine era. Men could fucking never. I'm sorry, Squalla, but y'all could never. Sorry, baby, but y'all could never. So when you are in your strong feminine, when you are in your survival feminine, queen, you are still feminine. You are not masculine. Do not ever insult yourself like that. Again, sorry, Squalla. Sorry, baby. Love y'all. It's an even balance. But women, we got to understand that we tip the scale just as heavy as the king tips the scale. That's why I love my relationship, because my king understands that I tip the scale just as heavy as he tips the scale. I don't need him and he doesn't need me. We want each other. So every day we wake up and choose each other.
So what do you think we can do to stop the so-called gender war that we have amongst men versus women?
We got to respect each other.
Yeah, I say understanding and respect.
Yeah, understand. And then the thing is, I can't understand you. I don't know what it's like to be a man. I will never know what it's like to be a man. So I can't understand you. And you don't know what it's like to be a woman. Whether we have ever bared children or haven't bared children, having the occupation of a womb, period, you will never understand. But if you respect me and I respect you, I don't have to understand you, because I respect you. So I think the highest of you. So if somebody comes to me that don't look like us and tell me that you are not my equal and tell me that I don't need you, I don't listen to the people that don't look like us, because I know that I respect you and you are a king in my eyes. So the way we change this gender wars and we stop this is we understand that it is necessary to have him and it is necessary to have you. And he don't have to be in your household, because some women don't even want a masculine president in their household, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, I respect every man. I respect every black man as king. I probably only called you either king or brother ever since you've known me. I respect every black man as that, because that is how I see y'all. That is how I view y'all. And I want to make it just second nature to feel that way, so more women just start to do it. I don't want to preach to women to do it. I don't want to push it down their throat. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it, and I'm having a ball doing it, and every person that ever meet me smile and laugh as I do it.
Hell yeah, cool as shit.
Thank you.
So, about to wrap the show up. So do you have anything you want to conclude, add on to the show?
I've been running my damn mouth, and I appreciate you for letting me run my damn mouth.
Of course.
No, I appreciate the platform. I appreciate the networking. I want more of this, like more of us supporting each other.
Definitely.
More of us appearing on each other's shows. Any Thursday that you are free, come smoke with us, chill with us, and just, put into the conversation. I want more of us to understand that business partner is better than employee. Definitely. Stop giving your friends a job and give your friends your formula and let them apply that formula to their business plan. Let's build an empire.
Hell yeah. All right, so one last question, then I'm gonna end it. So how do you feel about the whole show, this episode?
I feel good. I had a good time. I was running my little mouth. I'm so great. I'm grateful that I'm on my TikTok live as well, because a few of my rants I definitely want to grab and screen record. Definitely want to grab and screen record for some content. So I'm grateful. I'm really grateful. And the energy was good. I appreciate you for having me on twice at this point. So thank you.
Yep. Definitely.
I feel like always everything staff at this point.
Definitely a part of the family for sure.
Thank you.
Definitely. I'm gonna get you on some more panels too. So
yeah, no, panels, hit me up. Let me know.
Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And anybody that want to get in contact with me, I am Harley Hendrixx 6 on all platforms. Literally, if you just Google that, you'll find all of my my information.
And I'm gonna have it in the description.
Okay.
Got it. All right, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.